Hi. It's been like a month since I last uploaded. That's cool. The reason this is Crimson Cauldron gameplay and not Golden Trophy gameplay is because I think Golden Trophy is too short for a video like this. Um, so this video is like it's partially scripted. It's not all the way scripted. Basically, I have like a list. I have like an outline of the things I want to talk about. So this video, it's not like a I'm retiring video, because I think that whole trend, I don't know if you'd call it trend, I think it's kind of dumb. Like, you don't have to announce you're quitting the game, you could just quit. That's not what this video is. This video isn't like a statement. It's more just like a reflection and a conversation. I don't know about a conversation, but this is more just like talking about everything that's happened and where it might go and where this channel might go. I don't really care if no one cares about this video, because I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if no one cares about this video. It's more so just for me, just to kind of close things off mentally. Something to maybe look back on in the future, who knows. So I want to talk a bit about my time speedrunning Rec Room. It was like it was amazing, you know. If I could do it again, I would. But if I could do it twice, or like I wouldn't do it twice, you know, if you get what I'm saying. You know, I met a lot of people doing it, good and bad people, you know how Rec Room is. And it's been crazy to think that it's been like over 2 years since I started doing this. You know, I saw my fair share of dramas, goose. But I think the experience was overall pretty good. I had a bit of fun with my experience as being a niche internet micro celebrity for a short amount of time, you know? Nice little experience that I think, you know, a lot of people should have. Just to kind of give you some perspective, you know? But I also think that like towards the end of me speedrunning, I think like I was just like really like hard on myself. I mean, looking back at like messages from around that time, like earlier this year, I was just like, I was just so like upset. You know, I don't know why I kept like throwing myself into the grinder that is Golden Trophy. I just kept doing it over and over and over, and like I hated it, but I kept doing it, which is really stupid. Like, if it's not something you enjoy and you don't get any purpose out of it, and there's like no purpose left to gain out of it, and like it's not worth going on, then why would you still go on, you know? I really don't think it was worth it at that point. I never made it to the very top, you know, leaderboard wise. You know, I was never number one. I mean, I guess I was number one on walk mode, but it's walk mode. Nobody cares about walk mode. But I don't really care. My the reason I did this was like looking back, I think the purpose of doing this was not to be the best, but it was just to get the experience of doing it. As I said, I met so many great people. I had a lot of fun. I had so many great moments. I think that was the whole point of it, just to have an experience and not to be the best. And I think a lot of people overlook that. So, one thing that kind of drives me insane about the whole, you know, Rec Room speedrunning community, I guess Rec Room in general too, is that everyone is so young. Like everyone is just like 11 years old, like under 12 years old. It's crazy. Like it does something, and I'm not saying that I'm like a super old and mature person, you know. It does something to a person when you constantly like all they have to like reply to comments on the internet made by people who like probably aren't even conscious yet. A lot of people who are subscribed to this channel, they just want to see the speedruns, which is completely fair because that's what this channel was. And so a lot of people watching this video is like, this isn't a speedrun, why is he just talking for like 10 minutes? I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm not gonna lie, this channel is like kind of dead. It's like my last video, as of right now, it has 300 views, and I have like almost 1.5k subs. So, you know, that's not very good. recently I've sort of just lost interest in Rec Room. I mean, I've been losing interest in Rec Room for a long time, but it's sort of been recently that I've just had literally no reason to get on the game. And when I do get on the game, I am just like insanely bored, and I think like why did I even get on? Like, what's the purpose of getting on? Like, I'm not having like there's like I'm not having fun or anything. This is just boring. I hate this. There was a point in time where I would sort of just get on Rec Room like out of habit. Like I didn't even want to play Rec Room or like play VR or anything, but I would just get on VR, boot up Rec Room, stare at myself in the mirror in my dorm and be like, why did I even get on? Like, I don't even like playing this. I've been getting into some things other than Rec Room for a while now, but recently they've sort of been taking the front seat, and Rec Room has kind of been fading into the background. Um, Stuff like music, game development, kind of. I don't know. It feels weird talking about this because it's just like, oh, nobody cares, but whatever. I do know that not everyone is going to be interested in that stuff. In fact, I'd say probably like barely anyone hearing this is interested in that stuff because I mean, as I said before, you guys subscribe for the speedruns, not for music and game development. You probably don't even care about that stuff. Talking about the channel, I don't really know where this channel is going to go. I mean, I could do different games. I started working. I mean, I had a few videos that I started working on, but like I just never really finished them because I just didn't really have a ton of motivation to work on videos. It's just not really that fun to me. I mean, really the only part I feel like I enjoy is just like the video editing, which is sort of a weird part of it to enjoy. I know a lot of people who enjoy the script writing and nothing else. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of just forced to write a script. Another reason I feel like it's been a little hard to stay motivated on working on videos is because, you know, like as I said, nobody on this channel is going to care. Everyone here subscribed for speedruns and stuff. And if I start talking about some other random game you guys have never heard of, like no one's going to watch that. Another thing that is very possible is that this channel could just, fall into obscurity and not have any more uploads. Another possibility is that this channel could just stop uploading and not have any more videos. I've sort of been thinking about, making a new account, making a new name for myself, basically just starting over from scratch, which I feel like will be nice. I get to live this whole experience again. And also, pick up an audience of people who are interested in the stuff I do now rather than, have a lingering audience of people who want to watch me for something else that I don't do anymore. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but Rec Room has just made so many just terrible decisions. Like the pricing, I mean, there's lots of examples. I mean, everyone knows about the whole, pricing thing, everything being insanely expensive and, the token inflation. You pretty much have to buy tokens now with real money in order to buy anything decent. The game's performance and optimization is just terrible. I have no idea why this game runs so bad. Actually, no, I do. I do know why it runs so bad. It's because there's so much stuff in this game that does not need to be there. The codebase has been around since 2016, and when they started working on this game, they sure did not imagine it to be like this. Definitely not. And so they're trying to build this Roblox clone on top of the Wii Sports of VR, which is sure, okay, have fun with that, I guess. Good luck. I don't know exactly what it is, if it's the visuals or if it's the people who advertise the game, the YouTubers who play it. The YouTubers who get sponsorships for the game. Rec Room attracts a certain breed of person. If you've been playing this game for long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Not only has Rec Room in general declined, but also Golden Trophy has somehow declined. A game that they literally have not touched in probably over a year in terms of code. I mean, there's stuff infinite shooting, and I don't really know how I feel about infinite shooting. A lot of people are really outspoken that, infinite shooting sucks, it should never be used. And I mean, I can understand where they're coming from. I was initially of the mindset that, oh, well, it raises the skill ceiling for players, you know? Like, the best players are going to be able to utilize the new infinite shooting, and we can accomplish things that we weren't able to accomplish before. And while I still think that's partially true, I don't, like, the thing is, the skill ceiling gets raised, but the skill floor also gets raised. So like, we're not actually getting anywhere. We're kind of, like, we kind of just shift it over. You know, it's not actually making any progress. It's just a thing changed. Also, another thing I want to talk about that absolutely just, like, pisses me off is world scale. Steam VR, I don't know why Steam VR has this option. I mean, I know it's for, like, accessibility purposes and stuff, and people who are maybe, like, immobilized for whatever reason they can play games, but they did not think this one through. Why is there a setting in Steam VR that allows you to cheat? Why? They're like in a shooter game, is there just like an option in the settings that lets you turn on aimbot? No, there's not. So why does Steam VR have a world scale option? I don't understand. At least add some sort of barrier just so that like an average Joe just couldn't turn their world scale to 50% and just like demolish everyone. It's such a pain to have to deal with this world scale stuff. Like there's no other VR game that I've heard of that's had to deal with stuff like this. And so we're having to come up with all these like really weird solutions that people complain about because people keep using world scale. You know, it sucks that we can't use the honor system, but I don't know, I guess that's just how things go. I guess that's like pretty much all I wanted to talk about. You know, as I said, this video is more of a reflection rather than like, I'm retiring, guys. You know, so this isn't like a formal like quitting statement or anything. You know, I like to keep my doors open. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you have a good day or night or morning whenever you're watching this, and see ya.